All right guys, I'm up bright and early at the shop. Luckily it is a super nice day. Feeling good this morning, got a new package in. We got something else from Babyliss Pro. You guys already saw the thumbnail, so you know what it is. I quit doing those guess what's in the boxes, but you guys know what's in here. Let's go ahead and get it on the station and open this thing up and check it out. All right guys, so you can see here, this is the Nicole Renae. That is the colorway. This is Nicole right here. These are the brand new influencer Lowepro FXs. So we have the clipper and the trimmer. We're gonna unbox them real quick, check out kind of some of the differences on the box and some other things like that. And then we will obviously open these things up and check them out. So let's start with the clipper, put the trimmer to the side. All right guys, so you can see Babyliss Pro Lowepro FX. A little reflection there for you guys, make sure you guys can see it. So like I said, this is Nicole on the front. I'm gonna put her Instagram right here if you guys wanna go check her out. She is somewhat a friend of mine. I know her, we've met a few times at shows and she works for Babyliss. Super hyped for her to get her own clipper. I need to get one of these Klutch greens next. So let's go ahead and take this clear sleeve off so we can see everything. All right guys, so now you can see it nice and clear. That is bright blue, isn't it? There's my girl Nicole right there. You can see there are two other versions of these clippers. There is a red one that I believe is Van de Goat's colorway, and there's a yellow one that is Andy Authentic. So you guys can see Babyliss Pro Lowepro FX limited edition. This is Nicole right here. There's her Instagram. But it says, award-winning barber Nicole Renae prides herself on her badass style. In her first year of being a licensed barber, she won over 14 trophies in the West Coast, and that's what kicked off her career in the industry. Now with over 113K on Instagram and 130K on TikTok, she continues to reach new heights of popularity with her bold persona and creative cutting techniques. Multi-ethnic and multi-talented, she stands at the forefront of next-gen barbering. Here on the back, guys, we can see, I'm not gonna go over this in super detail because it is the same as all the other ones, I believe, but it has a low-profile metal shield cover. That is the front. It does have a little thumb grip on it as well. 6,800 RPMs, custom metal motor bracket for optimal balance, lithium-ion battery, which is gonna give us 2+ hours of cordless runtime. We do have the fade blade, zero gap adjustable, 5 to 10 locking arm, of course. You guys know we have the 5 clicks. Ergonomic grip housing. I think every single clipper says ergonomic grip housing, and it is dual voltage. Pretty much all in the box, same stuff here on the side. So let's just go ahead and get this thing out and check it out. Go ahead and take the plastic out. Of course, you guys can guess what's in here. We got a charging cord, some clipper oil, clipper brush, blade cover. We do have these standard Babyliss guards. I got a few bags full of those. And here is the instruction manual. So don't need any of that. We'll go ahead and put all this back in there and check out the clipper. All right, guys, so here it is, the Lowepro FX Nicole Renae version. You guys can see kind of a neon baby blue. I guess that's the best way I would describe it. So not royal blue, it is kind of baby blue, but it is kind of bright and neon. So same as the Lowepro here. We got the kind of rivets, or I don't even know what you call these on the front, these little indentions. We do have the thumb grip on the front. If you guys haven't seen my unboxings, I absolutely love the shape of these clippers. They're heavy metal. They're similar to your standard shape. We got the finger grips here for when you're holding it. So I do really like the shape of the Lowepro, but I haven't really always loved cutting with it. So we're gonna test it out again today. I haven't cut with one in a while, so we will see. Here are the 5 clicks on the side. And as far as I can remember, guys, you cannot take the clicks out on this clipper because that is something that I tried to do initially. Now I'm gonna say, I'm looking at how far it opens up and it actually looks decent. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but I remember saying that these did not open up very well, and that was one of my complaints about the original Lowepro. So we'll have to see how this does. You can see we got a fade blade on the back. You guys know I don't really rock with fade blades. Power switch down here. Nice and quiet, super powerful. But yeah, guys, that is the clipper. Obviously the charging port down here, your standard Babyliss cord, and I do still have right here my black charging docks from my original Lowepro. So we're gonna throw it on there and check out the trimmer. All right, guys, so here is the trimmer. Same thing here, we're gonna go over it real quick. Nicole on the front again, different graphic here. These are super cool, just the custom thing. Definitely, if I had my own set, I would be keeping something just like this in the box and setting them up on display. That's just super cool. I'm stoked for her. Super cool, obviously, to work your way towards something and to get your own clipper one day. So maybe one day I'll have my own clipper, but we will see in the future. So same thing on the side here, guys, same paragraph. Couple things here on the side, but we'll go ahead and just check the back. Again, we've seen all this before. It's pretty similar to the standard Lowepro. So again, ultra low profile metal shield cover, 6,800 RPMs on this trimmer, lithium-ion battery, corded or cordless, and it does give 4 hours of runtime. So solid runtime on these things. 360 exposed T-blade, that is your skeleton. Diamond Like Carbon DLC Deep Tooth 2.0 T-blade. Ergonomic grip housing and dual voltage again, same as the clipper. Let's go ahead and get this thing out of here. All right, so as we can guess, we got the charging cord. Here is our blade cover, zero gaping tool, and an instruction manual. All right, guys, so here's the trimmer, nice and small. That is what I love about the Lowepro. It is small and compact. Basically the same idea as the clipper. So we have those little indentions on the front, the thumb grip here for when you're scooping out, which is super nice. It does have a little finger indentation on the back, which I don't know that there's any other trimmer that has that. So I definitely do like the shape. It is metal, but it's not too heavy. Definitely just a super solid size, nice and compact. It does have the regular skeleton blades. So any of your FX blades will fit on these, and that is something that's super nice. So we could swap this with the one off of my other skeleton or any of the other blades that I have. Obviously, guys, with the blue, I'm gonna rock a black blade. I'm probably not gonna put a gold on there. But for today's video, we will leave them just as they are. Nothing on the back, power switch on the side. Got that same exact sound as the skeleton. Charging cord on the bottom. And that's pretty much it for the trimmer. So again, I got the dock right here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on the dock, get it charging, and we'll do a haircut with these. Just basically show them off. You guys have seen the Lowepros before, so they're not gonna operate any different. But you know, you guys might have wanted to check out the influencer editions. All right, guys, we're gonna test out the Lowepros. But real quick, I wanna show you guys, I did put on a fusion blade. I had heard that it's crazy, so I wanted to test it out. Also on this, guys, the clicks were able to come out. So the rose gold ones had to keep the clicks in. I took the clicks out, and you guys look at how big this thing opens up. So if you guys haven't seen my other Lowepro videos, they didn't really open up very far. These open up significantly. So we're gonna test them out on Larry, do a little ball fade with a part on the side. We'll test out the clipper doing a fade, and the trimmer obviously doing that part on the side. All right, so you guys know one of the favorite things for me to do is to start off trying to just feed into the hair above. So this is a number 2. I'm just cutting the side down to a 2. I don't know if you guys can hear these things crunching, but they do crunch like crazy. And really that fusion blade shouldn't have anything to do with that. I don't think that makes it crunch. It's usually the blade underneath. But guys, so far with the fusion blade, loving this thing. I don't remember who commented it, but they said put the fusion blade on the Lowepros, and it's crazy. Now the old Lowepros didn't open up very much, and I didn't care for them at all. I actually love the clipper shape. This is basically a new and improved senior, a little bit cooler of a shape, has the thumb grip, but I thought I was gonna love these things, and they did not open up very far. That definitely took away from, you know, how much I liked them when I first got them. Now guys, normally I would not punch the line in with the trimmers, but we do wanna use only the Lowepro set in this video. So this has the DLC 2.0 blade, nice and sharp, guys. These are not adjusted. I think I mentioned that I might zero gap them. I ended up not doing that. So these are straight out of the box, and they hit pretty nice. I haven't used them a ton, but they hit pretty nice. You guys can see that, put absolutely a sharp line in there. Balding out, no problem. You know, we've used the skeleton blade before, and guys, this is more or less, it definitely sounds like it. It has that little, when you turn it on, it takes a second to kick on. So I'd imagine this is more or less the same as the skeletons, just in this Lowepro body. So obviously we've used this blade before plenty of times. The skeleton is one of the best trimmers, and this is just kind of in a more compact, smaller body. So no issue here. Go ahead and bald all this out, and then I'm gonna use the FX3 shaver and get it down to skin. We will not show that in the video, and then we'll start the fade. I got the lever all the way open, and like I said, this opens so much further than the ones before. I'll even show you guys when I get done. It opens so much further, and the fusion blade really didn't have anything to do with that. They changed the lever, and I'll show you guys the notches on the side are actually different. Then all I have now is the rose gold one, but it is different than the ones on the rose gold. So I don't know what they did to change that, but that was my biggest complaint. Like I said, I love the weight of these clippers. I love the shape of them. I think they look sharp, especially with this blue lid, but I was not looking forward to them if they still opened up like they used to. Now we punch the line in with the trimmer, so I'm gonna scoop it out, make sure that there's no harsh line down here at the bottom, and then we'll use the clipper close and start to work our way up from this line. Now we'll do the clipper close, and guys, this, like I said, is the fusion blade. Came with a fade blade on it. It's gonna operate pretty much the same, but something about the fusion blade I just like. It does have those little grooves on it, kind of like a taper blade. You guys see clipper close, we bump it up. Now we'll go, basically I don't have notches, so I just have to open it myself. Open it up slightly, basically to about the second notch, bump it up even further. Now we'll go a little beyond halfway, and we'll go again, like if I'm halfway open, I should be halfway up in the section. If I'm all the way open, I should be at the top. If I'm closed, I should be at the bottom. So I'm just paying attention to that as I go. I'm on the 4th notch. I'm gonna be right below the top of the section. I'm on the 3rd notch or in the middle. I'm gonna be right in the middle of the section. And that should keep you guys organized. A little bit of a learning curve. I have cut with these a little bit today. It still cuts different than some of the stuff I use, but you guys see it is blending this section out, no problem. Now we can move on to our 1 guard. All right, guys, 1 guard all the way open. Go up about 3/4 of an inch. And guys, these are my Marty Blends guards, basically wall premium premium guards, they will fit the Lowepro. Obviously, Babyliss guards will fit the Lowepro as well. All those guards fit all of the same clippers. So anything Babyliss, anything Gamma, anything Wall, TPOB, all these guards fit all of those things. So now we started with a 2, and now we'll come in with a 1.5 half open between the 1. You can see I didn't really leave a drastic line. We're gonna use the 1.5 just to make sure that we're tied in, and then we'll go back underneath the 1 and start to blend this last line out right here. So we did the 1 open, guys. I'm gonna come straight in with the 1 closed, start to work this line out. Going up about halfway into this section, I know that the half guard is what we're gonna need to take the line all the way out. So I'm going halfway up. See a little bit of darkness above it, so now I'll go ahead and just open it halfway and go right above that, just to make sure, again, we wanna make sure everything blends into the next section nice and clean. As we work our way down, I do the clipper closed at the bottom. We'll just go through one more pass to make sure that it is all clipper closed, and then we can come in with the half guard and take that last hint of a line out. All right, half guard, half open. That should be the sweet spot right here in between all of these to blend it all together. And you guys will hear me talk about some clippers that don't have enough notches, things like that. These half guards are really intended to be used right in between these sections, and if you don't have it in the right spot, it's not really gonna do anything. So that carries a little bit darker. I'm gonna close it up slightly, but basically we're halfway open between the open section and the 1, and it should blend everything back together. All right, guys, so there's basically the front half of the blend. Before we move on, I'm gonna go ahead and line them up. We're gonna put that little part in there. That way I can really tweak the fade after the part is in. So again, guys, this is the DLC 2.0 blade straight out the box. I didn't zero gap it. They are hitting pretty well. He doesn't have a ton of hair up here, so we can't really see, but we will see now when we put this part in. So we're gonna come straight through kind of the bulk of this fade right in the middle of it and punch this line in, working from front to back. Basically just gonna go straight back, and then we'll drop it slightly in the back. And like I said, the reason I didn't spend too much time on the fade is because once I put this line in, I wanna make sure that everything underneath this line is nice and consistent. So we will detail basically from the line up will stay the same, and from the line down we will make sure it's consistent all the way towards the back. But you can see, guys, this DLC 2.0 is hitting nice and clean. Like I said, it's, as far as my understanding, it's more or less the skeleton in a different body. So we already know the skeleton is good. No concern that this is gonna hit. You guys see a nice clean part on the sides. Now we can go ahead and flip the trimmer and come in and clean up the bottom side of the line. I really like to just do this with the trimmer and not have to come in with the blade. Ideally, we can use our trimmer, make this nice and clean. Not quite probably as short as my Saber. That gets it a little bit shorter. He's got some super dark coarse hair, but definitely putting the line in, and we can come in and kind of detail it again. After we're done with the rest of the cut, we'll come in and spend a little bit more time cleaning this up. So I like it a little bit thicker at the front, so I'm just gonna add to the top line here just a little bit, make it look like it's thickest in the front and it gets skinny as it gets to the back. Once I got that bottom line clean, I can come in and kind of exaggerate that. You guys want to do it little by little, because you go a little too far, then all of a sudden your whole line is too thick. So yeah, guys, now that this is all cut down, I'm gonna basically come in with a 1 right underneath the line, make sure that everything is an open 1, and then we'll just kind of work our way down and make sure that our blend looks consistent all the way down through. So the front honestly looks a little bit better than the back, and that's pretty normal. The back obviously is a little darker, so we'll just work our way down until we're happy with it. This is the 1. Now I'm closing it up, going right underneath that. And it looks pretty good. These things are cutting definitely no problem, guys. I really didn't use the Lowepros at all when I first got them. Like I said, they didn't open up enough. Just didn't love how they cut. You know, when you guys are good with something, you're not gonna switch unless it's better than what you're using. So that's where I was with the Lowepros. But I can say whatever they did to these influencers are definitely an improvement. And these are gonna stay out for a little bit. I'm definitely gonna use these for a while. You guys will see them in some more videos in the future. So you just saw a cut with the Nicole Renae Influencer Edition Lowepro FXs, guys, the blue ones, obviously, as you guys can see here. But in case you guys missed it in the video, a couple things I said early on, then we talked about it during the haircut, but there's a couple things I wanna make sure that you guys saw about the Lowepros. All right, so one of the first things I said is that the clicks would not come out last time, and if you guys do look, we don't have the clicks anymore. So right inside here where the clicks go, if you guys pull the lever off, there's a rubber sleeve that the clicks are down in. I just got my nail under it and pulled it out, and no clicks. Now guys, I also touched on how open it goes, and you guys can see it opens up a whole bunch. Definitely a huge improvement. The old one's probably opened up about half this much. Now, not only have I talked to Nicole about these clippers, but I also talked to Dennis, who is the head of the barber side of Babyliss, and these are also supposed to have more torque. So they upped the torque on this clipper, made it so we could take the clicks out, and also made it open up a little bit more. They actually said it opens to 4.2 millimeters. That is as long as the lithium FXs, and definitely a huge improvement from the original Lowepro. Now the trimmer, guys, I don't know a ton about. I don't know if there were any improvements. They definitely weren't mentioned, but it's still consistent, still the same old Lowepro. Nice, small, compact, comfortable in the hand. It does have basically everything your skeleton has in a more compact body. You can put any of the FX blades on there off of the skeletons. It is skeletoned itself, and it's also even smaller and more compact. So you guys can hear it when it runs. It sounds just like a skeleton as far as I know, or I guess I'm just gonna guess. It's about the same thing internally, but no complaints on the trimmer, guys. The DLC 2.0, it's okay. It's not my favorite blade. I might swap it with something else that I have, but the trimmer is super solid. And when you add the features that came on the new Lowepro FX clipper, definitely a solid bundle. If you guys wanna pick these up for yourselves, head over to babylesspro.com. I'll put it right here on the screen. Guys, the clipper is $199.99 and the trimmer is $169.99. And remember, there are red and yellow colorways as well, just as bright and with all the new features that we talked about in this video. And make sure you guys use code Seancutshair and save 10% on your entire order for the Lowepros or anything else on the Babyliss website. Now guys, obviously I talked pretty highly about the improvements to these, but if you want to see my original unboxing videos, there's the original black FX up there for you guys to check out. And more recently, here is the rose gold video. And make sure you guys stay tuned because I got the Stylecraft Flex trimmer unboxing coming next week.